In 1991, I was a captain serving in the United States Air Force. My official duty title was Air Weapons Controller, but I was more commonly called a scope dope. That's because I sat behind a radar scope and I told the good guys where the bad guys were. I did this with about 6 other scope dopes in the back of the E-3 AWACS radar plane based out of Kadena Air Base, Okinawa, Japan. October 3rd of that year, I was walking into a mission. I was greeted by a ranking officer who gave me a card. You see, we're subject to periodic evaluations to ensure that we meet standards, a check ride. Failing a check ride means, well, I could lose my job, or worse, have to attend remedial training. We hated that. So I remember thinking, okay, I'm good, I'm solid, I'm above average just like everybody else in the squadron. So we strapped in and started our flight up to South Korea where we were going to be supporting a large-scale exercise. I was going to be getting a lot of missions that day. The second mission I was actually looking forward to. It was a close control mission. That meant that me, as a weapons controller, got to tell the pilot everything. How fast to fly, how high to fly, when to turn, how much to turn. We didn't get a lot of chances to boss pilots around like this, so we kind of enjoyed it. Additionally, it was going to be a faker mission, which meant we were going to be partnering with the South Korean Air Force. I was going to be taking one of their older F-5s, sending it out over the water where it would become a fake North Korean invader. I would then scramble one of the newer F-16 Falcons to conduct an intercept, roll out behind, visually identify, and simulate shooting it down. It was like a live-action video game. These were a lot of fun. So the mission came up. I got my faker out over the Sea of Japan. I got him turned around. He is set. I should not have to do anything more. I scrambled my Falcon. After checking him in, I hear Hangul on the radio. Buddy sitting next to mine happened to speak Korean and says, "Hey, Gold Star just changed the heading of your faker." That's odd. So I radio a correction, and then I hear Hangul again, and now my Falcon is taking a different vector. This leads to a flurry of activity of me on the intercom with the mission crew commander asking her to get on the horn with Gold Star, the Korean control facility, and getting them to step down. In the meantime, I turn my attention back to the aircraft, where the situation is rapidly deteriorating. You see, 2 people talking on one frequency means we're jamming each other. Pilots aren't getting any calls. And when one of us do get through, we're giving conflicting commands. When Gold Star finally does shut up, I am faced with a scope dope nightmare. My birds are 10 miles apart, and they're pointed nose to nose. The technical term for this is FUBAR. You can Google that. So I've got 2 options. One, I can call knock it off, the sensible thing. Get home, everybody safely, stop the fight, probably fail my check ride. Or you know what, the Falcon's a pretty agile bird. I can kick him south, run him east parallel, come around hard and complete the intercept. Never seen that done before. But hey, I'm above average, I can do this. So I make the call, Falcon 01, hard right, 180. And immediately I have regrets, we're down to 7 miles. Falcon 01, left 090, we're at 4 miles, 3 miles. At 2 miles, I begin losing resolution on my radar screen. The dots begin to touch. I have no spatial awareness. I'm not sure where they are in relation to one another, and this is no longer very much fun. I make a guess, I take a breath, I key the microphone. Falcon 01, left 270, final attack heading. The 2 dots join into a giant glowing furball on my screen. And as they do, as they become one, I hear an explosion of sound in my headset, yelling, screaming, Hangul, English, broken English, I can't make out what's going on. It's a cacophony of Korean chaos. I look at my screen, and I swear the dots are not moving, and I realize 3 things. 1, I failed my check ride. 2, I've probably crashed about $30 million worth of aircraft. 3, I probably just killed 2 pilots. I stare at my screen for what seems an eternity, but it was probably less than half a second when my buddy reaches over and slaps me on the shoulder and says, "Man, that was freaking awesome." Tom, what are you talking about? You rolled him out perfectly. He came out half mile behind. He was able to take him out with guns. They were arguing with Gold Star that they should do such a good job. Oh. It's good to breathe again. I'm happy to announce that I passed my check ride with above average marks. But more importantly, I gained a new perspective on life that day. You know, when things are going bad, when things are a little rough, I sit back, I take a deep breath, and I ask myself, am I going to remedial training? Did I destroy millions of dollars of equipment? Did I kill anybody? If I can answer no to those, I know everything is going to be just fine. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to share my story with you, and thank you for the Ignite staff for all the work they do here. Thank you.